Everyone is just a person, but they play roles. When you meet a cop or a teacher or an ambulance worker or a politician or anything like that, underneath all of that facade, all of that training, all of that whatever's going on, they're just a person inside, just like you. This thought came to my mind a few years ago, and I was starting to look at people online doing what they love who were successful. And I thought, okay, they're a person, I'm a person, why can't I do what they're doing? What is fundamentally different between me and them? And I realized, well, nothing, other than my effort. They're clearly doing things all the time to push down a certain path. They're taking the steps. But when it came down to it, we're both just people. We're both the same animal. Now, obviously, there's this term, there's this concept of luck in terms of, the genetic lottery, what you're born with, where you're born, who your parents were, your socioeconomic status, and all of that. I'm not saying it's an equal playing field because, obviously some people have a better or an easier starting point than others. However, I also know that people with starting places similar to mine and similar to yours have made it big. It might be harder or easier depending on where you start, but it is possible and it has been possible. Those people exist. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to find those people, the books, the podcasts, all that sort of stuff, and listen to them and go, what did they do? The number one thing across the board was they worked. They put in the effort. I'm like, okay, I know where I want to go. I know that other people have gone there before from a similar starting point. I know I have to work. And then I did. And then I do. Every day I start working on something that I'm wanting. Meditation, exercise, writing, whatever it is that I'm doing, these videos. I'm taking steps towards those goals. I'm putting in that effort. Everyone has a cross to bear. Everyone has issues in their life. The lights are never going to always be green. There's always a reason not to do something. Once again, if you read biographies of successful people, you'll see that they didn't just have it easy. It's not just like, this gold paved road to success. They have people in their family dying. They have issues with mental health. They have issues with their past. There's a variety of things going on in everyone's life. And if you look deep enough, you'll see that they pushed through regardless. Injuries, setbacks, doubts, right? That's common. So I'm like, okay, if something comes up that threatens to stop me, what can I do to deal with that? Once again, defer back to the experts, to the people that have gone there. What did they do? Looked at the problem, regrouped, kept acting. They kept going. They took action. They did the work. Okay, so I know to myself that we're both just people. We're both going to face issues. And the way to get to success and the way through potential issues is just to keep going. Now, this just doesn't mean just grinding yourself against a stone, doing the same thing over and over again. It means learning, it means researching, it means trying, it means contemplating. And by success, I'm not talking financial success necessarily. It's a part of it. What I am talking about is life success. Choosing or pushing for a job that you like. Same as a social life, same as your personal health, same as everything. What do you want from life? Set that goal and going for it. One of the key lessons here that I learned was, if I want something, I need to ask for it. Use my words and say, hey, I'm doing this, and then back it up with my action. I can say like, hey, I'm going to do this sort of exercise, and the people in my life could be like, oh, okay, sure. But then after a week, I'm still doing it. After a month, I'm still doing it. After a year, I'm still doing it, and I'm getting results. Then they come back and go, tell me about that. What did you do? And I'm like, you saw me. You saw me working daily. How did you get the books done? How did you clear your mental state? Well, I write every day. I read every day. I meditate every day. I eat healthy. I don't drink, right? Why? Because that's what other people have done. It's what's working for me. What I'm driving at here is that no matter where you want to go, if people have gone there before, even if they haven't, because people do things for the first time, right? And you're just a person, they're just a person, why can't you do it? What's actually stopping you? You're probably going to come up with a bunch of excuses. The thing is this, you'll say those excuses to me, and then the next person will, and the next person will, and the next person will. And when you look at all of that, because I've said this a lot, and I get all of these DMs and texts, and the excuses that pop up are they all fit into certain groups. It's, I don't have enough money, my mental state isn't on point, family's holding me back. There's a few typecasts here. The thing is though, those solutions have been solved in the sense that people have faced those specific problems that you're facing before. They're just a people, you're a people. The thing is, it's easy to look at other people and go, okay, but that's them. You don't know what my past is. You don't know my story. You don't know what I'm dealing with. And you're right, I don't. But I do know is that if you quit, if you accept that excuse as a full block, you're going to be in the same place you are now in 5 years. Simple. If you accept that the whatever's holding you back is going to hold you back, it will. No one's going to come and save you here, right? Like, if you accept that your limitations and not try and push through them, that's it. You're done. You're limited. Now, don't get me wrong. There are things that will happen in your life that will limit you to be able to do things that other people can't do. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying to not respect your issues or illnesses. Me personally, I can't work full time in one job. It does my head in. I just can't. Now, that limits me, but I'm aware of that. That doesn't mean that I don't work a lot. That just means that I'm gonna, be aware of myself and take different action. So if I said to you, or people have said to me, it's like, hey, I can't manage full-time work. Therefore, that's why I'm poor. Therefore, that's why I can't do this thing. It's like, okay, can you manage part-time work? Can you sell stuff on eBay, right? There's multiple different options that you can go down, and each one's specific for the person. But if you just accept it, if you accept that you're limited and you're done, that's it, life's over. Same thing for mental health. Oh, I've always felt depressed. Okay, maybe. Have you seen the psychiatrists and psychologists? Have you tried the different types of medication? Have you gone down the meditation path? Have you spoken to a variety of different experts? Have you looked up what other people with your condition have done and how they've pushed on? Have you? If you've done all of those stuff, have you looked up what people have done all of those sort of stuff have done and gotten past? Have you looked up new research? Have you pushed? Okay, you've done all of that and you've realized that you're limited by your mental health in a certain perspective. Fine. What can you do given those limitations? If you've got chronic fatigue, you will have a certain number of, spoons to play with, certain number of hours, certain amount of energy to play with in a day. How are you using that? Now, it's not fair. It's not fair that you only get this and other people get far more. But you've got this to work with. What can you do with this? Because how you choose to spend whatever time it is, no matter how small or big, that will determine where you're going. Remember, you're a person just like everyone else, and there are solutions. So if you like what I'm doing here, please like, share, and subscribe, because I'm going to be putting out a video daily. Catch.